Good morning.
Good morning.
Isn't it exciting?
Yes.
Dull moments, few and far between. Oh my goodness me. So this season of the year, there are all kinds of games going on, aren't there? Yes. And by the way, so far as life is concerned, it is game time. And how you doing with your game anyhow? Game is on, by the way. It is. But it's your call. That may seem a bit far-fetched if you're not paying attention. Because it seems like life is happening to us. You're driving along, paying attention, staying in your lane, you have your radio way down so as not to distract you, and the next thing you know, somebody just cuts you off. How rude. If you're not paying attention, then it seems as if life is happening to you. When the fact of the matter is, life is happening through you. You start paying attention, and I know, again, rudeness. You start getting confronted with these correlations. That it's the way you think and feel and what's happening. Isn't it rude? Who do you have to blame? I mean, it becomes a paramount project to really be able to put the emphasis on blaming someone else when you start waking up to the realization that life is happening through you. Here's the deal, you see. This is a game that we all chose to participate in. And we get to make the rules. We get to call the shots. We do. And what seems to be invisible and just a blob really is intelligent. And it's cooperating with everything we do. If we come across and say, all right, my call is life sucks. It's always a hard thing. I have such lousy luck. Never anything seems to go my way. Life says, great! And just for you, your call, I'm going to give you manifestations to match that sucker. And if you're really involved in that kind of call, you'll say, what? How can this be? And life will say, great! This is how it is. You're the one who's making the call. Now, it isn't as if life gets such delight out of matching your misery. Because the same thing goes this way. If you say, my life is wonderful, and I know that with every negative situation, there is a positive outcome. I look for the good, I praise it, and it begins to build up inside of me. I feel this way, I am joyfully excited, and life says, great! I'll match that! Because it is what you call that I will then manifest for you to show you just what you believe and just how powerful you are. If you're walking around with a misery complex, then this is the way that you're channeling your power. This is the way that you're channeling your energy. And it isn't that anybody has it out for you, unless, of course, those who come along and say, I think I'll jump on this. I'll be your teacher. I'll take advantage of you. You think you believe that you need to be taken advantage of? I'll fit the bill. I'm a part of life too. Okay, so we look at this and we see life really, really is for us, and it is showing us how the game goes. It's according to our call. If we want to make a change, then we're the ones that have to look inside ourselves and see what it is that we're generating, and then change what we're generating if we want a different manifestation. You see, it really is so simple. It's a matter of perspective. It really is a matter of perspective. If you change your perspective of life, then you're actually changing what's going to happen in your life. Problems. Remember that Everly Brothers song? Problems, 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 problems all day long. Problems. That's a perception. And it's the one that we're outgrowing and waking up to the dawning realization that it is just a perception. If you let go of looking at things in your life as problems and start opening up to, this is a blessing in disguise. I'm going to open up to the blessing and let go of my fixation on the disguise. Life is going to say, great, you're getting it. You're waking up. I knew you could do it. I always had faith in you. And that's because you're me. I'm you. We're the same. And this is what's happening to humanity, you see. Individually and collectively, we're waking out of a deep, deep nightmarish sleep. And a spell is breaking as we choose to let go of it inside ourselves, and in its place, we start choosing positivity. Problems? Most of you have heard of the Dalai Lama, right?
Yes.
Well, the Dalai Lama had this to say about that. Problems? They work themselves out, you know, whether you worry about them or not. 99% of the time, problems solve themselves. So the deal is, according to the Dalai Lama, if a problem is going to work out, then why worry about it? And if it isn't going to work out, then worrying isn't going to work. It's not going to help. Right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, we'll see if that actually registers the next time you encounter a problem. I encountered it today. My problem was you. And then I realized that was just my projection. You were simply a reflection of what I perceived as a problem. And look at it. We're all laughing about it. So you see, it really wasn't that serious after all. So this then leads us to another consideration. Could the next step in evolution arise out of a shift in identification, in which we shed the story of egoic battling for supremacy and move instead into playing our role as part of a larger team of life on Earth? Could the creativity and survival instinct of humanity as a whole, or even as life as a whole, act through us? Here, connected consciousness stems from a widening of our self-interest, where we are guided by the intention to act for the well-being of all life. We stand at an evolutionary crossroads, and we collectively could turn either way. Our own choices are a part of that turning. When our central organizing priority becomes the well-being of all life, then what happens through us is the recovery of our world. If you want to perhaps review this, you'll find it on the back part of your program, because it's right there to remind you, game time. Game is on. Your call. All you have to do is make a shift away from your personal self-interest in density and distortion and rise to a level of who you truly are. Thank you for your attention.
For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.